I wanna spend some time with you.
And my head's in the sky. I'm solo. I'm riding solo. I'm riding solo. I'm riding solo.
Good afternoon and good vibes. It's just me this episode, but it's kind of perfect for the topic, which is solo travel. Rochelle and I were just in Hawaii, and a buddy of mine responded to my Instagram story saying it looked amazing. I told him he has to go see it for himself and asked what his most recent trip was. He said Vegas. I told him, you deserve better than Vegas. We all deserve better than Vegas. And asked if he had anything lined up for the future. He said he didn't have anything because he needed to find someone to travel with first. That's not true. It's not at all true. When I was younger, my sister and I used to take turns going on conferences with my mom. And when we were there, she was in meetings all day long, and she would encourage us to go explore the cities. Then when I got into the airline industry, there was no hesitation for me to hop on a plane and go check out cities and states and countries by myself. There's a lot of good reasons to take a solo trip, and these are my top 5. But I also have encouraged Rochelle to take a solo trip, and we're going to check in with her and see what she has to say about it. Hey, Chica.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Chilling.
So listen, I am cutting together this week's travel tips and tricks, and it's about solo travel. I know that you've taken your first solo trip, and it was actually internationally, and I was wondering if you could give the people one really good reason why you should take a solo trip.
One really good reason why they should take a solo trip?
Yeah.
Well, I think there are many reasons, but if I can think of one, I think it would be to be inspired. Because when I went on my first solo trip, I felt like I was very inspired during the trip and then also after, which is really cool. And I think it's also just being overwhelmed with all the excitement of experiencing a new culture and wanting to be out all day long and seeing as much as I could. But it was really cool in that sense, and then also because I had a lot of quiet time to myself to where I was able to journal my days and self-reflect on goals and get really excited for future travels. And then on my flight back home, I was adding more destinations to my bucket list, and I just was eager to be able to get back to that mental space of being still and being quiet on a trip and really just taking that all in, because it was really special and relaxing in that sense, how you're able to just, I feel like, do a lot of self-reflecting.
That's awesome. Where are you at right now?
I'm at the airport. I'm in San Francisco.
Oh, okay. All right,
Waiting
Chica.
to go home. I'm almost going to be home.
Let me know when you land. I love you.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Bye. Awesome. Perfect. On to my top 5. Number 5, the opportunity to make friends is greater when you're by yourself than with other people, which is great because it could mean 1, a free bed to crash down the road, or 2, you might make friends with a local who will show you or tell you things about the city that you might have missed out on completely had you been traveling with other people.
I'm in the Ebi Stay. This is a very awesome restaurant in Niseko. Hello.
Number 4, building confidence. You learn to become self-reliant in navigating cities and subways and getting places and making decisions. Confidence. Confidence is a good thing. Number 3, you get to do exactly what you want. This sounds selfish, but how often do you get to really just do whatever it is you want, how you want, when you want? Not worrying about people's schedules or dietary restrictions, not trying to coordinate or anything, just what you want to do. It's amazing. Number 2, you get to learn what your priorities in life are. When I travel, without fail, I find a gym, I find donut shops, and I end up in museums. For me, that means I prioritize fitness, I prioritize the sweeter things in life, and I prioritize knowledge. When you get to see your priorities isolated like that, I don't know why I said priorities like that, isolated like that, You get to decide whether or not these are things that you want to have sustained in your life. Let's say you go to Madrid and you sleep for 10 hours every night. Do you wake up frustrated that you've missed out on some of the day, or do you wake up feeling way more refreshed and realize that that's something you need to take back to the States and sleep in longer so you can be more present and more productive? Last but not least, absolutely not least, you get to learn about yourself. You get to have all these internal conversations that you definitely wouldn't have had with other people. You start to learn about the cadence that you walk at. You understand what times you get hungry. You get this much closer to the top of the hierarchy of needs than you would if you had gone with other people. Because before you can self-actualize, you have to know where your self is. And when you find out who you are, then you can go ahead and proceed and make steps to becoming who it is you want to be. Wow, is it deeper than I planned this to be? Definitely shorter than I planned this to be. This is quick. Disclaimer, I do understand that I have some advantages and privileges that allow me to travel solo. I am a dark-skinned male and I got a little bit of beef on me. So it's a little bit different for me than Rochelle, 5 foot, 110 pounds, fair-skinned, walking around. I walked the streets of Brazil at night and I looked like a local. I had no problems at all. Rochelle, probably not so much. But there are plenty of safe cities out there that you can visit. Singapore is one of the safest countries in the world, as is Japan. And I definitely encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and get out there and really explore the world. There's some quote I could probably insert there about going outside was actually going in. John Muir. I should have done it. That's all right. Look it up. It's good. It's a good quote. But if you have any questions or hesitations about solo travel, reach out to me so I can talk you into it. And look forward to seeing those pictures and posts. I will like them Facebook, like them Instagram. Go have fun. Later.